Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2020, episode number 28. We're into the free agency signing period. We just finished up the Summer League. Summer League went actually really well for us. I picked a pretty solid team. Got to look at a few guys that I like. We got all the way to the semifinal. We were undefeated until that point, actually blowing out everyone, but we did lose in the semifinal, ironically, to new team Vancouver. The Grizzlies went on and won the Summer League, so we were essentially third place, or at least tied for third. And now into the free agency period, the big thing that I need is I need to use my mid-level exception on a point guard. We do not have a reserve point guard. I did get a good look at a player I like in the Summer League in Briscoe. We'll take a look at him later, but I could definitely find better on current talent. Briscoe's going to be more of minimum exception and somebody for the future if I can find somebody else ahead of him. So we'll see if we can do that. He'd be somebody to sign for the minimum, and you can see we've got 2.5 stars and above, all the way from Derek White up through Doncic. Doncic, restricted free agent. Trae Young, restricted free agent. There's zero chance of signing them. I will not get them signed on, so don't worry about it. Steph Curry probably would not be going for a mid-level exception. I think he'd be probably looking for way too much. He's mid-30s. He's got a torn ACL that he's coming off of that could minimize what he's got coming in, but, I mean, wow. What a signing that would be. $68 million? How? Would he have $68 million? Lonzo Ball is a player I won't touch with a 10-foot pole. I might have mentioned this in an earlier episode, but the Ball family, I do not. No, I don't think so. I think most of are completely off. The discipline is horrendous. The attitude, just no, thank you. No freaking thank you. I don't want to deal with an idiot like that. So that then kind of opens us up to a group of guys that are at the 2.5 star, and I think we can definitely get a mid-level exception in the 2.5 star range. So starting with Brunson down to Derek White, we'll see if any of these guys have the potential to get better. We do have some older veterans in Jackson, Rubio, and Derrick Rose are all available. Lowry, I'm probably not going to want to go with somebody that old, though. So if I can, I want to find a guy with a little potential to get better, like Brunson. Okay, Brunson's got 3-star potential. Let's go with, down the line, Carr also. And those are both relatively young guys. Coppin's already as good as he's going to get, though. You can see he'll improve some. Chili's just about as good as he's going to get. Duvall is young. Will he improve? Some, but not a lot. And he's pretty mediocre on defense. Okay. That Fleet at 28's a little on the old side. White also. Okay, that's our 2.5 star guys. So really there's 2 of them that have that potential for growth. And in terms of shooting, Brunson's much better inside than Carr. Carr is a little bit better outside and a little bit better on free throws. scoring ability similar. Passing is almost identical. Carr is a better ball handler. Rebounding is identical. Carr is a better defender. Better stealing. Don't remind me, what one is this? It's the DRFL. Defensive IQ goes to Carr, but overall court intelligence, Brunson does have a bit of an advantage. Drawing fouls. Okay, drawing fouls. That's what the DRFL is. Now, looking at growth potential. Carr is point guard development. A little bit of rebounding development. Defense will push to 72 at some point. And yeah, so defense and ball handling. Some scoring. And he put up some decent numbers. Tony Carr is not bad, and considering what he was making, we might be able to get him on a mid-level exception. Brunson, though, what about Brunson? So he is much better at drawing fouls, but I don't necessarily need my reserve point guard to be a master at drawing fouls. I don't need them to be big scorers. I need them to distribute well and play good defense. That's what I'm looking for in my backup point guard now. Most of the development is going to be pretty minimal. And the defensive ability is worse and not going to get much better, so I'm leaning towards Carr right now. The rebounding will improve a little bit. His ball handling is kind of the only thing that's going to see a significant jump. Yeah, I think that will probably be... I mean, even here, you can see he scores a couple points less per game than Carr does already. I mean, how many minutes they're getting does make a difference, but...
Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so.
I want my man back. Oh, look who it is. It's Deadman. Down to 2.5 stars finally. Okay, now I should be... Yeah, there you go. We can sign whatever for him. He wants 15 over 3 years, so he wants 5 a year. I think we could easily pay him just above that, and let's do it from here. 6 million. 3. Let's do, say, a 4-year deal with an annual raise of 1%. Yeah. Okay, and we have one more. Oh gosh, who is it? Swanigan. Oh, Pangolin got hurt during. Oh, it's the flu. Not to be confused with coronavirus. Okay, it is unrestricted, but we're able to pay him more anyway. Swanigan's the other one, and yeah, there's not much point going after Swanigan other than depth. Maybe let Swanigan go. I mean, the defense is okay, but he's got a pretty weak line. I think we could sign somebody else on the minimum to give us that depth. So we're looking at either center or power forward, and I've got my two guys. Well, one of them's actually a small forward. Ooh, yeah, let's take a look at both of those guys and see if we can sign them on the minimum. So we'll get back into this. Never mind Swanigan. Okay, they're both on the list. They're both on the list. Come on, guys. Take it. Take it. Whoa, big signing day. Ariza, who really is with the Blazers after a trade this year. Raptors signed Lonzo Ball to a massive contract that he is not worth at all. Steph Curry re-signs with the Warriors. Paul George re-signs with the Clippers. James signs, not re-signs, with the Lakers. Kawhi re-signs with the Clippers as well, so both of their big guys on the same day. Nurkic goes back to the Blazers. And neither of our guys signed, but they're both still there. And with the market considerably smaller now, let's see what can happen. Carter, Reggie Jackson re-signs with the Bulls. Really? Porter. It's a lot of guys massively overpaid here. Still there. Now, as we get late into this signing period, we might be able to try again on a couple of these minimum contracts and try to sign somebody in the final days. Like Briscoe. Ooh, here we go. Big signing day. And we re-signed Bol Bol. So it was the $9 million. That went. Tony Carr goes to the Lakers. 3 year. How did they even have money to do that? I didn't check this season who had the money, but that's crazy. And we got Schofield. Okay, so we got Schofield. So we signed both guys on the same day. Now, our leverage, our ability to do something is now gone. The minimum contracts are all that we have left. We only have one point guard in Fox. None of those shooting guards can handle the ball. None of them. We look at Jake Walker. Patrick Thompson can kind of. Right now, he's my backup point guard. Beasley can handle the ball a little better, but he doesn't pass it. He's got better IQ. Yeah, that's a little worrying. I'm hoping that Thompson will develop, though. And that Hield is somebody that we can turn into trade bait. Now, small forward, we've got 4 guys trying to fill out the position. Phillips, Craig, one of them's probably going to end up being trade bait now that we've got our rookie and Schofield giving us something a little better at small forward than what we had. And then those two definitely looking like trade bait right now, along with Hield. Barnes I want to re-sign. We got Cauley Stein and Bol Bol. Not overly confident in this roster at the moment. Definitely have surplus on the wings. And need a point guard. So, going back in there one last time. One final time. Let's take a look at our targeted guys and who's left on this list. And Briscoe or Caruso or Muruai. Not that I expect anything there, but we'll try to sign Briscoe here to a minimum contract again. But the market's changed enough that he's willing to consider. There's Kyle Anderson. $10 million a year is what he took. Taco Fall went for a 2-year, $28 million deal, so $14 million per season. We were nowhere near that. There's Muruai. Yeah, he's going for nearly $10 million a season. But Briscoe is now considering it. That's big. Because he is considering it. He's that missing link for me at the moment. Last few days of the free agency period. Run out of opportunities to take things. There's Coppin, went to the Magic for a massive amount of money. See if there's anybody else who might go for a minimum contract in the point guard area. As it is the final few days, there's no way those guys sign for a minimum, but there's Caruso. Caruso that I was looking at. Good defender. Let's try you for a minimum contract. For you, a minimum contract is a bit more. And he's not looking for much, actually. Last few days. Bruno Fernandez, yeah, $8 million a year to the Bulls. Derrick Rose, $5.5 million. Van Vliet went for $7.5 a year. Aminu back to the Blazers. Bazemore to the Clippers. Briscoe, we signed Briscoe. Caruso went to the Hornets. Alright, so we do have a backup point guard now. The Magic signed Dedmon for $4.8 million. Mo Harkless back to the Blazers. Shabazz to the Nets. 2-year. Dang, that's cheap for Shabazz Napier. All right, well that's it for free agency. I think we are done. Let's see, do we have any roster spots? 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. I do have one roster spot left. So we could maybe go out there and get one more here on a minimum contract in the final couple days. I'd want to get probably a post player, as I have no depth there. I'd say I want a point guard, but we've already been down that path. Zach Collins. You know what? Let's try Zach Collins. This player I really like. The Blazers season falling apart this year in real life mostly came down to Zach Collins. He played 2 games before suffering a dislocated shoulder in the wrong way that cost him the rest of the season. I think it was more than dislocated. Maybe it was a broken collarbone. Whatever it was, it derailed his season. Now, the Blazers this year offloaded a bunch of defensive guys that just did not help the offense, and it put too much of the load on your guard combo of McCollum and Lillard. So they let those guys go. Aminu, Harkless, the main guys that were let go. Zach Collins moved from center to the starting power forward position. With Collins out there in the starting lineup, you had no defense at small forward, but you had a capable scorer. You had mediocre defense at center, though capable of rebounding and blocking, but otherwise defending poor. So Collins was your only big that provided any defense. And really, out of your 5 starters, by far, best defender on the squad. And they've got him at a 61 on here, and that's ridiculous because he's a much better defender than that. Yeah, in fact, there's a lot to scratch your head at here. Jonah Bolden almost looks better. Let's try to offer him a minimum contract as well. All right, we'll see what happens with those guys. Anyway, him going down a few days into the season, and all of a sudden you had no defense. The Blazers quickly showed that they could score this year, but they couldn't stop anyone. Zach Collins signs. Okay, good, nice. And I don't think we can possibly actually get both because we're now at our 15 limit. Yeah. All right, well, that's going to finish off our roster, and we are finally ready to begin the season. We get Isaiah Briscoe on a minimum contract. We get Zach Collins on a minimum contract, shoring up the post, shoring up point guard, backing it up. De'Aaron Fox is going to play a lot of minutes, though. And then we have overloaded depth at the shooting guard and small forward positions that we can use to trade up. And hopefully trade up to a better small forward is the main thing. We've got our backup in Pengali or Schofield. We just need a starter there now. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe, everybody. Bye for now.